Welcome back to Ion Insurance, an IBN Money special on life insurance. Joining us is Mr. Karthik Javeri, Head of Financial and Wealth Management at Transcend Consulting. Mr. Javeri, my first question to you, again in this segment, is people do often treat insurance as investment instruments like mutual funds or fixed deposits. How does insurance stack up against other investment instruments?
Okay. Now, what really happens here is we must look insurance as insurance and not really compare it with investment. It's like comparing apples and oranges.
Okay.
What insurance does for you is you're paying a piece of money and they're going to pay you a piece of money if you happen to die. So making a comparison is not really prudent in the basic sense. Right. Now, let's look at, like I explained to you, there are endowment policies, there are money-back policies. So if you are the kind of an investor who wants to have a little bit of savings return, please note you will earn not more than about 4 or 5%. By investing into an insurance plan. So if you're going to buy an insurance plan, protect your life, the returns you get is about 4 or 5%. You'd rather just buy insurance for the sake of insurance purely and invest your money into alternative assets that are available. And there are so many in the Indian environment today.
Okay, now staying on the topic, we have with us a related query. Let's hear this gentleman out.
Hi, I'm Samir Bansawala. I have invested a lot of money in mutual funds and also put in some money in unit-linked insurance policy. Do I still need a standard life insurance policy?
Samir, the straight answer is you don't necessarily need an insurance policy, the standard variety. If you've got a unit-linked plan, that's great. You have invested money into mutual funds, that's a great thing that you've done. Your unit-linked is also going to earn you good returns. What you could do is, as life moves on and as your life need for insurance keeps increasing, you could increase the sum assured with your ULIP plan itself. However, what you must keep in mind is that do not continue the ULIP beyond your age of 40 or 45, because that's the time where the premium starts getting really expensive and starts eating into your returns. So at that point of time or a few years earlier, you could shift into a term plan and move out of the ULIP that time.
Okay, Mr. Javed, now we have another caller. This gentleman's from Chennai, Mr. Shankar. Mr. Shankar, what is your query?
I had insured my life for 42,000 rupees in the year 1979, the sum assured. And I have been paying 367 rupees quarterly. And in 1979, I was thinking I would get something around 1.4 lakhs after 30 years of tenure. At that time, it sounded very big. And unfortunately, in these 30 years, due to economic reasons, the money which I am going to get after, the period, I feel that will not be sufficient even for 3 months. Okay. You suggest my 30-year tenure is right or wrong?
Okay, there you have it.
A big investment. Small investment. At that time it was big, but now it's a small investment, isn't it?
So there you have it. What do you have to say about that? The gentleman invested, and it's been a long term, and he's finding it difficult to find any real value in that investment at this stage. What do you have to say about that?
I think a lot of Indians as a community must take lesson from Mr. Shankar. See, this is exactly what happens when you get into insurance, which gives you fixed interest kind of returns of, which are very meager amounts. So even if they look large when you buy it, at the end of it, there's hardly anything that you get out of it. The tenure is fine, but you must cover only your life, and you must not treat it like an investment product. Once you make the mistake of considering insurance as investment, everything can go really out of order, and you will not realize it till the time you actually reach that age where you really need the money and you find that you don't really have the money. So treat it like a charge for life. Just the way you pay your motor insurance, just the way you pay your car insurance, if there is no claim, you get nothing. So just do the same thing with your life. You have your life, protect it, pay a charge for it, and that's it.
Sorry, so then to simplify, you said the tenure is fine. What do you mean by that? I.e., what would have been an ideal way of going about this?
See, the tenure essentially should be managed by a method which we call as the equation of insurance and wealth. Now, why do we need insurance? Basically, because our family is going to be deprived of our income and the assets that they will have, right? So we want to have insurance, which is the way of creating an asset. Now, as life progresses, as we save more, as we move on with life, from say an age of 25 to 50, we are building assets on the way. The more assets we build, the need for our insurance keeps falling. And you reach a time, by the time, say, you retire, that it equals out. Which means that after retirement, if you have adequate funds to manage your lifestyle post-retirement, where is the need for having insurance?
Okay.
So ideally, match your tenure to your retirement age.
Match your tenure to your retirement age. Now, some very valuable points raised on what to know about insurance in terms of investing. Now investing in insurance also brings you tax benefits, but that's after the break, so keep watching because we're going to come back on that segment.